Hello Crystal Souls, this is me, Slavi the Crystal Guardian, and today I decided to make a video a little different than the crystals. Aside the crystals, I love also to work with Oracle and Tarot cards, and I just want to make videos to make a small reviews of those cards and to say how I feel about them. It would be a great pleasure of mine because I just like to share with people my experience and everything what I do. You have to excuse my English in all my videos because I'm still into process to learn it, and once I reach my point when I can practice my English much better, my videos will be much approved, I promise. I just want to make videos of the desks which I have and my collection and share my experience with them and share everything I know about the Oracle desk. The last one which I received is the Faeries Oracle desk. The Faeries Oracle desk is been into the making 3 years with the author Brian Froud, which I love. The Faeries Oracle, I connect with them most because aside the crystals, in my major energy work and with my major traveling out of my body, I like to connect with the elementals. Elementals are natural spirits which have a lot of dimensions, and they present the 4 elements: fire, water, air and earth. So in my major work with them, I learned so much things, and that's why I connect mostly with this beautiful Fairies deck. I'm just a big fan of Brian Froud, which I heard of the Faeries Oracle too, which is amazing artwork. The cards, I can say that they are very accurate into my reading, and I can really connect with those cards and work very well with my intuition. This deck presents a very good point of view of people who like and believe into those realms, and this deck connects very well with them, and people can be very spiritually more spiritually developed working with this deck. This deck has a beautiful book inside. The book is, you see the size is not very little, which is great book, I can say, and the book is so much detailed. It says every card, and behind every card has a story. For example, you can see this card. You can see for this card, this is number 31. It can tell you the number, what it represents, and the story about this card and what the card means. And it's really been interesting to read those stories and to relate the card to them. And I can tell that most people who work with elementals can relate very good to the story, and they also can learn a lot of things about the elementals. The cards are very beautiful. These decks contain, let's see how many cards, 66 radiant beautiful cards, and I just working with them, it's been amazing experience. Now you can see this is the card, 66 cards, and the back of those cards, you can see, represents a lot of faces of elementals, and as you see, the cards can be reversed through, and it can show you the same picture. You can see that the illustrations are really beautiful, and once you learn about the story behind every card and what the card represents, it's going to be very easy to work with them. Now I'm going to show you a few of the cards. The Dark Lady is one of my favorite cards, and it's such a beautiful representation of the elemental world. So some of the cards have lights. You can see this, it's beautiful. So these two, by the way, the cards contain some nudity, and though into the description I pointed out that, and so this is You see how beautiful cards they are? Okay. Beautiful, just beautiful. And I'm so happy that I got this deck, and it can show you the fairies too. And this is actually the fairies which are very close to my point of view about the fairies, and very similar to the one I work with. You can see how beautiful they are. So beautiful. Very beautiful. Let me find some good cards also to show you. You know, you'll be very happy work with this deck, definitely. If you are, especially if you are in these works, I mean into these realms, because the elemental realms are one of the most beautiful realms I've ever visited, you know. You can see that. Such a beautiful cards. Okay. Well, how much I can show you more. Okay. Some cards has a little humoresque side, which represent the funny side, you know, of the fairies and the elementals. And what else they have? Actually, the purple is my favorite color, you know. I always like purple because it represents the, you know, the violet flame. So actually here the cards have it's very interesting because this is actually the 0 card, the start of the journey, which is very interesting. And you know, I had a lot to learn about this card too. So oh, Sol's beautiful card. You can see. Actually here you can find the death card. You know, I always been afraid of the death card, and it is very good illustrated here. You can see the death card. And you know, the people prefer more oracle cards because they are more positive, into positive direction. And you know, the death doesn't mean necessarily physical death. Usually it represents the transformation. It represents something, the death of the old you and the transformation in your life, in which in most cases, which this means. And such a beautiful, this is a beautiful elemental I worked with, I mean personally. So beautiful. And you know, this is the frog fairy. So I can say this deck is beautiful, and I recommend to everybody who feels drawn to the elementals, and and the people who seen elementals and they like the elemental realms, the fairy realms. I recommend this deck, very good for beginners and for advanced users. I can say again, the cards are very accurate and I just love them. So this is my first video of the first deck recommendation, and please again excuse me for my English, and I hope you have a blessed day and beautiful week ahead, and bye bye, and see you the next time, guys. I love you all. Bye bye.